with the weigh-in ceremony. Thank you.
I think you guys did Montrell tonight over on this alley of Conwell and main event.
Well, welcome in everybody to the Top Rank on ESPN official weigh-in. We'll have all the fighters coming up here on stage momentarily. The headliner of the show, Regis Prograis against Velasco. That'll be on ESPN. The doors open at 3 o'clock. ESPN, ESPN Deportes at 6 o'clock. The undercard, of course, can be streamed live on ESPN+. Tickets still available. Head over to the box office while you're here, or check it out at Ticketmaster.com. To introduce these fighters, head over across the dais here to Lupe Contreras. Lupe?
Thank you very much, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome our bout to the stage, opening up the action here at the Lakefront Arena tomorrow evening. Set for a distance of 4 rounds in the super lightweight division, representing the New Orleans Boxing Club, making his debut as a pro. Jonathan Montrell facing off against a fighter out of the Bronx, New York, stepping on the scale for the 5th time as a pro, Samuel Forjo. First to weigh in, ladies and gentlemen, out of New Orleans, Louisiana, making his debut. This is Jonathan Montrell on the scale. $137.7, 137.7 for the hometown fighter entering the pro ranks tomorrow night here at Lakefront Arena. From Bronx, New York, Samuel Forjo on the scale. $140.6 pounds, 140.6. The official weight for the fighter out of Bronx, New York. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have your tickets in hand quite yet, head on over to the box office here at Lakefront Arena. Some of the top young prospects in the sport making their debut in the pro ranks tomorrow night, such as the case representing New Orleans Boxing Club, Jonathan Montrell, against the vet from Bronx, New York, Samuel Forjo. 4 rounds, super lightweight division. Our next bout making their way to the stage, 4 rounds in the lightweight division. Also fighting out of New Orleans, Louisiana, 2-0, 2 KOs, Jeremy Hill facing off against a fighter out of St. Louis, Missouri. Stepping on the scale for the 4th time as a pro, Charles Johnson. It is Johnson Hill. 4 rounds or less in the lightweight division. First to step on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, thus far unblemished in his pro career. 2 victories, both by way of KO. Fighting out of the New Orleans Boxing Club, this is Jeremy Hill weighing in. $136.1 pounds, 136.1 for the hometown fighter Jeremy Hill. From St. Louis, Missouri, Charles Johnson on the scale. £136 even, 136. The official weight for Charles Johnson. Again, ladies and gentlemen, both of these fighters have yet to taste defeat as professionals. 3 draws on the record of Charles Johnson, 2 victories on the side of Jeremy Hill. Someone's going to take their first L tomorrow night. Who will it be? 4 rounds. Lightweight division here at the Lakefront Arena. Jeremy Hill looking to put on a show for the hometown crowd. Charles Johnson looking to spoil the party here in New Orleans tomorrow. Make sure you get there early. 4 rounds lightweight division. Our next bout to the stage, 6 round super middleweight division. Undefeated as a pro out of Crossville, Tennessee, Tyler Howard facing off against the fighter out of Aiken, South Carolina, Javier Frazier. It is Frazier Howard, 6 rounds or less, super middleweight division. First on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, 14-0, 9 KOs. This is Tyler Howard weighing in. $164.9, 164.9 for the undefeated Tyler Howard. From Aiken, South Carolina, Javier Frazier weighing in. $163.1 pounds, 163.1 for Javier Frazier. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout 6 rounds. Super middleweight division, putting his unblemished 14-0 record on the line. The undefeated Tyler Howard looking to put the first loss on his record. Javier Frazier out of Aiken, South Carolina, one of our prelim bouts tomorrow night. Broadcasting on ESPN+. Our next bout to the stage, 6 rounds in the middleweight division. Out of Cleveland, Ohio, being presented in association with DeBella Entertainment, the undefeated Charles Conwell faces off against a fighter from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Travis Scott. It is Scott Conwell, 6 rounds middleweight division. First on the scale, undefeated as a pro, 7-0, 5 KOs. This is Charles Conwell weighing in. $153.4, ripped and ready. 153.4 for Conwell. Travis Scott on the scale. $155.3, a chiseled 155.3 for Travis Scott out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have your tickets in hand quite yet, head on over to the box office or Ticketmaster.com. Undefeated fighters on the undercard, putting their unblemished records online against their toughest opposition to date. Such is the case in this bout. Charles Conwell, 7 fights, 7 victories, 5 KOs, facing off against the fighter entering the ring for the 23rd time as a pro. 19 victories, only 3 losses, 5 KOs. Travis Scott out of Baton Rouge. Our next bout to weigh in, 6 rounds, heavyweight division. Out of Delac, Louisiana, undefeated as a pro, 10 victories, 2 draws, 5 KOs. Jonathan Guidry facing off against a fighter from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Aaron Shavers. It is Shavers Guidry, 6 rounds or less in the heavyweight division. First to step on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, undefeated as a pro, presented in association with Les Bonanos, Brawlin' and New Orleans Promotions. This is the undefeated Jonathan Guidry weighing in. $235.3, 235.3 for the fighter out of Delac, Louisiana. From Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, this is Aaron Shavers on the scale. $228.8 for the fighter representing Fort Worth, Texas. 228.8. Aaron Shavers. The big boys of boxing tomorrow night inside of the ring here at Lakefront Arena. Facing his biggest test to date, the undefeated Jonathan Guidry facing off against Aaron Shavers. 6 rounds or less in the heavyweight division. Our next bout to weigh in, 8 rounds in the lightweight division, fighting out of his homeland of Uzbekistan, undefeated as a pro. 4 victories, 2 KOs, Faizladin Gaitnazarov facing off against fellow undefeated fighter out of Las Vegas, Nevada, 5-0, 4 KOs, Kevin Johnson. It is Johnson, Gaitnazarov tomorrow evening, 8 rounds in the lightweight division. First on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, he captured the ultimate prize at Rio 2016. The reigning Olympic gold medalist is Faizladin Gaitnazarov weighing in. The Olympic gold medalist on the scale, Faizladin Gaitnazarov. 138.3, 138.3, the current weight for Faizladin Gaitnazarov. The undefeated Kevin Johnson on the scale. 137.1 pounds, 137.1. The weight for the undefeated Kevin Johnson. Gaitnazarov looking to weigh in again. £138, 138. In this battle of undefeated fighters, Gaitnazarov faces off against Kevin Johnson, 8 rounds, lightweight division. Again, ladies and gentlemen, there's no greater prize in world amateur boxing than the Olympic gold medal. He captured that in 2016. Now he looks to remain golden as a pro. In his way, fellow undefeated fighter Kevin Johnson tomorrow evening here at Lakefront Arena. Streaming live on ESPN+. Our next bout to the stage, 10 rounds in the featherweight division. Out of Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, Angel Luna. Facing off against a fighter out of Orlando, Florida, by way of Puerto Rico, undefeated at 13-0, 8 KOs, Juan Carlos Rivera. Rivera Luna, 10 rounds, featherweight division. First on the scale, 12 victories, 4 losses, 1 bout even, 7 KOs. Repping the DR, this is Angel Luna on the scale. $126.8, 126.8 for the fighter of Santo Domingo, the DR presente. The undefeated Boricua, Juan Carlos Rivera on the scale. £125.8 pounds, 125.8 for el Chapito Juan Carlos Rivera. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds, featherweight division. It is the DR against PR tomorrow night. Luna looking to put the first loss on the record of the undefeated Juan Carlos Rivera. Our next bout to weigh in, 10 rounds, super featherweight division, fighting out of one of the hotbeds of boxing, Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico. 25 victories, only 4 losses, 2 draws, 19 KOs. Adrian Young facing off against a fighter out of Detroit, Michigan, by way of Sabinas Hidalgo, Mexico, the undefeated Eric De Leon. First on the scale, entering the ring for the 32nd time as a professional, this is Adrian Young weighing in. 133.2 pounds, 133.2 for the fighter out of Los Mochis, Mexico. The undefeated Eric De Leon on the scale. A ripped and ready 132.5 for the undefeated Eric De Leon. 132.5 for De Leon.
Here we go, here we go. Carl will do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Young will make a second attempt at making weight. Adrian Young once again on the scale. £133.1 pounds, 133.1. The current weight for the fighter out of Mexico, Adrian Young. Again, ladies and gentlemen, two fighters from one of the nations that's prolific and producing some of the top warriors in the sport, both out of Mexico. One out of Los Mochis, one out of Sabinas Hidalgo. They go toe-to-toe tomorrow night. 10 rounds or less in the super featherweight division. Adrian Young, Eric De Leon, streaming on ESPN+. Our next bout to the stage proudly opens up the action on ESPN. It is the co-feature. On the line, the WBC Continental America's lightweight title, scheduled for a distance of 10 rounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, 25 victories, only one defeat, 14 KOs. William Silva facing off against a fighter fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, but 100% Catracho, undefeated, 9-0, 7 KOs. Teofimo Lopez. Lopez, Silva, 10 rounds, lightweight division. First on the scale, entering the ring for the 27th time as a professional, only one loss on his record. Out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, this is William Silva weighing in. £134, 134 for the fighter out of Brazil. The undefeated Teofimo Lopez weighing in. $134.5, 134.5. 134.9, ladies and gentlemen. 134.9, the official weight for the undefeated Teofimo Lopez. "34 bouts between the two of these young men, only one loss between them. On the line, the vacant WBC Continental Americas lightweight title. Who will go home with the belt tomorrow night? The undefeated Teofimo Lopez, looking to remain perfect as a pro, facing off against a very rugged challenge of William Silva. Again, this opens up the action tomorrow night on ESPN. It is Top Rank on ESPN, proudly presented to you by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, being sponsored by Geico, and broadcasting live on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and streaming live on ESPN Plus. Silva Lopez, our co-feature tomorrow night on ESPN, the WBC Continental America's lightweight title on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to the scale our main event of the evening, 12 rounds for the WBC.
Teofimo, you're stepping up in competition. You're fighting the main event, or co-main event, I should say. How are you feeling about this fight?
Like a champ. I'm feeling like a champ. Definitely excited. You know, weight wasn't an issue. We stay ready. We don't get ready.
You talk a lot about putting on a show in front of fans. What kind of show can we expect tomorrow night?
An exciting one. Something that people haven't seen in a minute. So I'm here to entertain, put on a show, and take over.
What do you think of your opponent? Kind of a tense face-off there a minute ago.
Saturday night, that's all it speaks right there. Tomorrow night. Besides that, I know what I'm going to do. And he knows it too.
Good luck, Teofimo.
Thank you.
Lupe?
Ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome our main event tomorrow evening on the line. The WBC Diamond Super Lightweight Championship, 12 rounds of challenger. Being presented in association with Samson Boxing, undefeated at 20-0, 12 KOs. Out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, Juan Jose Velasco, facing off against the defending world champion, making his return home. He grew up in the shadows of the Lakefront Arena. Now he is the main event. From New Orleans, Louisiana, the Rougarou, Regis Prograis. First to weigh in, he enters the ring as a challenger tomorrow evening from Buenos Aires, Argentina. The undefeated Juan Jose Velasco on the scale. £140 on the mark, 140 for the challenger Juan Jose Velasco. The defending champion from New Orleans, Louisiana, Regis Rougarou Prograis on the scale. £139.8, 139.8. We have a fight, ladies and gentlemen, 139.8 for the defending world champion, Regis Prograis, facing off against Juan Jose Velasco. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event tomorrow night, broadcasting worldwide on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, streaming live on ESPN Plus. The prodigal son returns home to New Orleans. The Rougarou Regis Prograis defends his world title against his toughest test to date, the undefeated fighter from South America, from Argentina, Juan Jose Velasco, our main event tomorrow night. here at the Lakefront Arena.
Regis, first let me ask you, we saw you strip all the way down to make that weight. Any issues making weight in this camp?
Nope, this was the easiest I ever made weight. So I'm glad, you know, no weight issues this time. This was the easiest I ever made weight. I made some adjustments in this camp, and it was real easy. I just stripped down just to make, you know, just to make sure.
You've been asking for this fight here in your hometown. You heard the reaction from the crowd when you first came in here. How are you feeling about having this event in your town tomorrow night?
Of course, I'm excited. Thank y'all. Thank everybody for coming. You know, we go show off in New Orleans tomorrow.
Has this fight week, because it's in your hometown, because you have so many friends and family coming in, has it been any different? Any distractions out there?
It's always going to be distractions, but, you know, it's just part of being a champion to, you know, just stay focused. And it's honestly, you know, all my people, you know, they did really good, and nobody really disturbed me like talking about it. And, no, it wasn't no distractions.
Good luck Saturday, Regis.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our official weigh-in. We'll see you tomorrow night here at Lakefront Arena, World Championship Boxing. If you don't have your tickets, head on over to the box office, Ticketmaster.com. You don't want to miss it. See it live tomorrow night. Thank you.